have a look. And it goes like this. Look at me. I have the algorithm report printed out. It looks like this. And I have a nice quote out of it. It says, well, the biggest takeaway for creators and businesses, quality interactions now matter more than raw impressions. And if you want to have a look at it, I can also show you what I am reading now. LinkedIn is evolving toward an interest-driven network where niche expertise and sustained conversation outperform generic content. Well, I couldn't agree more. And as of today, I say a warm welcome to Richard van der Blom, the author of this very fine report. Hi, Richard.
Hi, Katrin. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and actually, I switch some seconds to German back because actually we are in a German podcast and live, and I hope people are here. We have to look in the comments, so please, people in the stream, say a nice hello and say where you coming from, where you're coming in. And well, this is actually our Team Sichtbarkeit a free session today with a LinkedIn giant, Richard van der Blom. He is from the Netherlands. He's living in Spain. He is an international LinkedIn expert and best. He actually, versteht ein bisschen Deutsch, trotzdem. And nevertheless, we will go into English and we switch into English. But first of all, some introduction, and I do it in my good old German. Ich bin Katrin Köhler, und ich lade hier ein im Team Sichtbarkeit zum vernetzten Lernen. Es geht hier um den Aufbau von digitaler Sichtbarkeit und um das souveräne Netzwerken, vor allen Dingen bei LinkedIn. Insgesamt gilt, wenn du deine Sichtbarkeit erhöhen willst, wenn du ein Programm hast für Corporate Influencer, wenn du eine Teilnehmerin oder ein Teilnehmer davon bist oder du für dein eigenes Business eine bessere Sichtbarkeit anstrebst, in unserer Community, dem Team Sichtbarkeit, versammeln wir einen bunten Mix aus Menschen und laden Menschen ein, die uns inspirieren, so wie mich und viele andere von euch auch. Richard van der Blom. Wir sehen hier schon mal, and now we're switching to English. Greetings, and they are all on English terms. Susanne, like greetings from Munich, and we have Anja. Hi, Anja. She's from our community from Hamburg. We have Robert. Hi, Robert, from Potsdam, Berlin. He's keen to know more. We have some LinkedIn users. This is what I don't know the problem, the bug. Some LinkedIn users are from Würzburg, but I assume it is Mark. Hi, Mark. Lale, moin from Lale, big hello, Katrin, and everywhere else. So people are coming in. That's great. And yes, actually, I try to go back from this. I invite you to spread your mustard. This is what we call in Germany, gib deinen Senf dazu. So when we start the discussion right now, after having introduced Richard, you can ask your questions on the report and everything you want to know about the algorithm, the LinkedIn algorithm. So go for the chat, go for the comments, and I can, as you have seen, I can show them here. As always, it remains like this. Comments are we sometimes deep into the comments, not all the time, but this is what you know already. So, and we have today Richard van der Blom. He's an international social selling trainer, and you also cover the topic of employee advocacy, as I know. And yeah, there's more. You have a hub, a company called Just Connecting. As I told the crowd already, you're living in Spain, you're from the Netherlands, and most of all, you are for me, you are the not only the master of the LinkedIn algorithm report, as I have shown. I printed it out.
Yeah, I need to do that. I need to do that.
Euros, 80.
How much?
80 euros yesterday in my copy shop around the corner. He's very expensive, but I thought, okay, it's quick and not so cheap. But it's good to have it. And I must confess, I'm not through yet. 50 pages, kind of a lot that you offered this time, Richard. And
Sorry.
sorry for that. And
Sorry.
actually, we've known each other, first of all, digitally. I tried to get you into my podcast some years ago, and you denied very friendly. And now we gathered in your tribe.
Yeah.
I'm a loyal member of your tribe, starting from August 22.
Yeah.
As I did with Andrea, we will have her on stage later on. She's with us, and I like it a lot to be there and to get to know lots of news about LinkedIn and to be able to, ask any question. It's 3 or 4 times a year, but then it's important for me to know what's happening or what to solve my clients' problems. So I really like it. And Richard, if you want, please adjust some of more news about you or more introduction on your person. Very welcome.
So first of all, I think you did a great job. And I know people have not come here to hear more about my life or my background. Probably they want to dig into the algorithm report. But maybe it's fun to give a bit of insight, because you mentioned I do the employee advocacy, I do LinkedIn sales trainings, but when you break that down, it all comes back to people wanting to know how they can use LinkedIn more successfully for whatever goal they have. So we talk salespeople obviously want to grow their business, recruiters want to find people, job seekers want to be found, and more or less, we all have to deal with the LinkedIn algorithm. I mean, we all know that there are some things that if you do them, it will kill your visibility, and nobody wants to be like unseen on LinkedIn. So I think that's the red line through all the things I do. That's also my goal, to help people to become visible in an authentic way that is aligned with their goals, and also to create impact with a target audience. So that's also 5 years ago why we started to research the algorithm, basically to help our clients back then and later, like more people on LinkedIn, to understand what is the impact of your actions in terms of your content, in terms of how you build your profile, and how, with that knowledge at the back of your head, how can you increase your performance. That's basically my mission.
Okay, cool. And your mission is also to not only to bring it to the people via the report, for sure. This is a great tool of content marketing, as you stated in the tribe. But I think it's also a good one, yes, to be the base of your workshops. I have some shots from last year in May in the West End. We see Britta, we see you, we see my little person here in pink, and Andrea. And I really like this explaining those of yours in our workshop in the West End Berlin. And it's interesting to have all these details. I estimated it's about 1,000 little pieces of information, and you took the same amount.
It's a bit more. I said plus 1,000. It's about 1,200, but I always say plus 1,000, and it's amazing already. Yeah, definitely.
Yes, and if we have a look into it, let's have a look how it looks. I have posted in the chat all the links. You can find a link to go to the algorithm insight report and just have a buy, because actually this time, the first time, you are selling it. The report was free, always free. And I was overthinking as it grew bigger and bigger, well, it's such an amount of good content, and he's always like giving it away for free. It's good for him. But I applauded when I read that you are charging now. Tell me about it. What does it cost, and why did you do it this time?
Yeah. I'm glad that somebody is applauding because I receive a lot of disappointed fan mail that said like it used to be free, why isn't it free anymore? So first of all, let's talk about the evolution of what we call the algorithm report. I mean, we started in 2020 and we had 7 pages. 2021 we had 23 pages, and we analyzed in 2020 3,000 posts, in 2021 8,000 posts, all manual. And I was doing it back then with a group of students and a friend of mine who is like a professor in stats and marketing research. So it was like a summer project. Students did it for free because they could like graduate with it. The professor was a friend of mine. So when we did it again in 2022, because of the scale, we started to work with some additional tools, which obviously cost money. The students were not available anymore, so I need to have a team of people. So that basically meant it didn't only cost me money, but it also cost me like time, energy, and effort to create. And I think the third year we managed to have 40 pages, okay, to 2022. And we gave it away for free. Basically, you already mentioned it, Catherine, because it was our biggest lead generation for in-corporate training. For example, clients like Capgemini, they are clients already since 2022 because they saw the algorithm report and said, hey, we need you to tell all our marketeers, like 400 people all over the world, how they can do better on LinkedIn from company pages. Another client said, hey, we are a consultancy firm, our consultants are active on LinkedIn. Please give us sessions how we need to treat content to perform better. So with that in mind, we continue to do that. Fast forward to last year, February 2024, we had 120 pages, which was madness, okay? People in my team, like Nayesa, she said, please don't do that again because it's like 3 months of stress and deadline and too many data. Also last year, we partnered for the first time with Author Up, which meant we were able to not go like 8,000 or 20,000, but we did last year 800,000 posts, okay? Also, we started last year with sponsors because the algorithm report, the data, and all the people involved, it costs around 15,000 euros to create it, okay? Yet, we still gave it away for free last year. We still gave it away for free. But I saw that the reach on LinkedIn was less because LinkedIn, frankly, doesn't like when people post or talk about the algorithm. So you get like, there are some buzzwords. If you have algorithm in your post, you get less reach. Simple as that. So we saw that the exposure was less than we hoped. And we saw a lot of people copying our research, put it in their own like design and pretend it was there. So I was having the feeling that we were doing a lot of research. It costed me 15, 20,000 euros. We couldn't see the effort, and a lot of people were building cohorts and getting massive reach because they simply took our like data. So end of last year, I thought, okay, first of all, are we going to do another algorithm report? I really doubted to do it. And then my team said, yeah, we need to do it, blah, blah, blah. People expect it, so we did it. And then I thought, okay, what could we do instead of give it away for free? So, you know, as a tribe member, it's free for people in the tribe, okay? Because obviously they are the people the closest in my community. But then I thought, okay, how can we make it even more exclusive and more difficult to copy? So then we came up with the current price, which is 150 euros, but it's not only for the report. We call it the content and algorithm playbook. We don't use the name LinkedIn because it would really get myself banned from LinkedIn. So it's called the content and algorithm playbook, and the report it's called the algorithm insights report. There's no LinkedIn in the name. And what you get, or what we decided to do, is we give the people the report. I create videos to walk people through the report and say, hey, this is the most important thing you need to look here. We have some additional sources, but I think the best deal for the buyer is you buy once and you get lifetime updates. Normally, 3 times a year or 2 times a year, depends a bit on what LinkedIn is doing. We issue like mini reports. We did it last year, October. We had like, this is the updated version. And we always did it for free. Now, we are not going to share the updated report for free, but we are going to share it with all the buyers of the algorithm report. So that means literally you buy once, but you will be updated by me and my team of all future changes, development trends in the algorithm. So for me, if I would see this from somebody else, it would be a no-brainer because 150 euros, I get this 250-page report. And if something changes in 3-4 months, I get an additional report. I don't need to pay. So we did that. A few people advised me not to do it because I said probably people are not willing to pay for that. Some people said yes, it's a good choice, and it eventually turned out to be a good choice. Also because we see it's copyright protected because it's a paid product. We see that there are less different versions. We get a lot of requests, around 20 a day, for people to say, I want to translate a piece, I want to use it in an online presentation, which is fine as long as you credit us. But at the end, it's a better strategy for us. And it also brings in the money we invested and obviously a bit more.
Yes, and it's an interesting piece of content marketing that is going to be paid in the paid section now, and I really appreciate it. And a German market report costs about from 500 to 1,500 euros because it's good data, and I think this is good data too. I'm into it, and I suggested, and you agreed, to do a little improv today, to do an association game, and I will show you now some words, and you just start a little sentence about what you are seeing. So we start. Are you ready, Richard?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, then we go.
Todorovic.
Yes. Tell us about Ivana.
Ivana is my research partner. She's the founder of Up. It's my preferred content creation tool. I've been using it, I think, for 3-4 years now. And we couldn't have gone to 125 pages or 250 pages without her support in the research. So I'm very grateful to have her as part of this project.
Yes, and she's so on point. As I saw her in the tribe, it was amazing. Okay, next one. We go to this one.
Yeah, love it or hate it. When it came to LinkedIn, I was on the team hate, or maybe skeptical is a better word. Now I really see the added value of AI for content creation, but also lead generation, sales. I mean, we're entering a new world, and I think you should have an open mind to AI. Nevertheless, you will never see a message from me or a post from me 100% written by AI. That's a no-go.
Thank you. And actually, if you in the community, all attendees, if you have any question regarding AI tools, go for the comments and ask. So next one is consumption rate, a new word.
Yeah, I think it's one of the most impactful changes, or maybe one of the best insights that people should remember. So LinkedIn implemented dwell time in the algorithm around 2021, which means that they would look at how long people need to consume your content, and the longer people needed to consume your content, the better your reach were, okay? So that resulted in text posts very long, in slide decks with 200 slides, videos of 5 minutes. And now, this year, we have seen that there is a new element. We called it consumption rate, which means, imagine if you have a carousel post of 20 slides. If people stop after slide 5 because they are bored or they lost attention, then it means that your consumption rate, 5 out of 20, is 25%. People consume 25% of your content. If you have a video of 5 minutes, people stop after 1 minute, you have a consumption rate of 20%. The lower your consumption rate, so the more people that don't consume your entire content, the higher the probability is that you get a penalty from the algorithm.
I will keep in mind one question to consumption rate regarding text posts, but we will go for this later on. Next one is scheduling. What about scheduling, Richard?
Yeah, I think it's also one of the most important points of debate. We were one of the first companies to see that, talking about 2021, 22, that when you schedule a post, also with third-party tools like Buffer or Hootsuite, that it would result in somewhere between -15% and -25% of reach. That is not the case anymore. So the act of scheduling does not lower reach. However, if you schedule a post that goes live when you are not around on LinkedIn, so you cannot engage yourself, that still has a negative impact. So scheduling is fine, but LinkedIn has become a platform that really values reciprocity. So if you are there around the moment that your post goes live to engage, to like other posts, you will get more views in return.
And let me adjust. There's a small change in wording. The golden hour was there 2022. Now, then it disappeared a little, and now it's the golden window. I always, I always celebrate your terms. Like the golden window of 2 hours. This is what is important, to be there and to interact and to see what is happening. Okay, and then another big one. The saving.
Yeah. So for all the people that are listening, viewing, I think your biggest challenge in 2025 is to have people save your post and repost your post. Okay. Saving your post at the moment is the strongest engagement signal that people can give to LinkedIn, that your post is relevant and they want to continue having it or having access to it. That's why they save your post. So the more people that save your post, the more impactful, relevant your post is according to the LinkedIn algorithm. Hence, you get more reach. And the same goes for people reposting your post, because that's also a signal that they resonate with your post so much that they actually want to reshare it with their network.
Great. And now we're switching to, I shot some pictures out of the report, and I show you, and then now it's going about impressions on comments.
Yeah, this is still, for me, this is one of the, I mean, LinkedIn keeps surprising me a lot, but this was a huge surprise when I saw some of the numbers. And this in the report is an example of one of my own posts. So what you see here is that I compare a video post that I created. Now, a video post for me, it takes me around 2 hours in total to record and to do the copy. Then I have someone who edits the video for me. So in total, it takes like 4 or 5 hours and even money to create a video. And this video didn't perform bad. It didn't perform very well. It reached 20,000 views in 6 days, which is, for me, video content, it's normal. And then I saw a post from MG Jandel. And, obviously I had an opinion. So I left that opinion in the comments. And within 2 hours, it reached 21,000 impressions. Okay, so on the one hand, you have video. Okay, I need to create, I need to build a script, I need to look good on video, I need to do 18 takes before it goes good, I need to pay the guy who edits it, and it gives me 20,000 views in my own network. That's people really need to realize it. It's in my network. Then I leave a comment. I write a comment in 30 seconds. It's my knowledge I'm sharing. I don't need to prepare anything. I'm just sharing my knowledge. And I realized 21,000 impressions in the network of somebody else, which eventually brings me much more new followers and much more new people than my own post. So this is why your new power tactic should be commenting on other people's posts. Mind you, people need to be relevant for you and your audience. Obviously, the posts need to be on topic for your expertise. But if you find those posts, leaving insightful comment is one of the best tactics for 2025.
And this is why Britta and me are calling it this year impact instead of impressions. People just look on impressions and followers and stats. But this is real impact that you're gaining so fast, gaining impact in the network of another person at the bar table, as I always say, in other people's networks. So this is very, very smart to do. And then I have one question on my own, kind of my ego question. You talk a lot about suggested content, and maybe I have some slides on my face, or I don't have it in my German version of LinkedIn. You talk about several parts in the report about suggested content. Where do I find suggested content? Is it in the feed?
In the feed.
LinkedIn, in the feed. Have a look at this content. I'm not there.
Yeah. So in the feed, I see every 7 or 8 posts in my feed starts with suggested. It's not someone I follow. It's obviously not first degree, second degree, and it's suggested. And then if you click on the suggested or there's an eye icon, they say based on your activities, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
We suggest this content, and that is going to come more and more. It actually replaced the post you would see because of the hashtags.
Yes.
Because normally you would see, like, since you are following a hashtag, we show you this post. They don't do that anymore, and they now replace it by suggested content.
Okay. Question in the community here. In Germany or in the DACH region, is anyone seeing suggested content already? So please give me a sign, because actually I want some screenshots, please. So let's go on. A good old hashtag. Yeah, you pointed out to use hashtag here. In Germany, we have kind of discussion, hashtags are dead. Yeah, is it something like The Walking Dead, or what is the hashtag like for you?
It's not. You can look at hashtags from a lot of different angles. So at the beginning of our report, I think until 2023, I don't remember if it was 22 or 23, but at the beginning, using hashtags would actually help your reach. You would get more reach because LinkedIn would like really steer your content to the people that follow your hashtags. That's not the case anymore. So hashtags, whether you use 0, 3, or 8, it doesn't do anything in terms of performance. Don't use more than, I think it's 8 or 10. I don't remember the number, but don't go Instagram on LinkedIn because it's a penalty. LinkedIn sees those posts as potential spam. Okay. Are they dead? I don't think so, because if you use them, it's used by LinkedIn for SEO purposes of your post. Okay. LinkedIn uses the first 3 hashtags
For the
and put it in the
URL.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Put it in the URL. Okay. So that means that they're indexed based on your hashtags. Also, if you have an event, hashtags can still be very useful to say, hey, follow this event or follow this hashtag, and you see a feed of your event. The only thing that we said is it doesn't help you anymore to get more reach on its own.
Okay, cool. So one step back to the suggested content, because we have Adriana, hey to Munich, says yes. Andrea says no. Anna says yes. We have it in Germany already. Okay, Claudia, yes, I see it. We have a LinkedIn user from Würzburg wahrscheinlich. No. Desiree, yes. And Katja also a yes. So thank you, because actually it's always interesting to see that the rollouts of some new features are going from, that's what I learned in your report. There are several algorithms. But you are talking.
I was just going to say that. So the people who don't see suggested content, that's probably because you are in a different test group that probably has a different feature or test with the algorithm, because they don't do multiple changes with one group. Because then if those groups start to completely behave different, they don't know what it is that made them behave differently. So it's probably just waiting, because I do think they are going to bring more suggested content, because it's all about relevance. That's another keyword this year. LinkedIn has said they want to be more relevant. They don't want you to go viral. That's also the reason why we get less reach, but the engagement is almost the same, because they say, we will bring your content to a more relevant target audience. So less numbers, but the same or more engagement.
Okay, cool. And actually, I had a question in mind for the consumption rate on mobile. The algorithm, LinkedIn can also see if I skip a post or something like that. Like if I have a pure text post or a text post with a picture, is there also the consumption rate, or is it only for things where you can click on see more? Like, and Lale also asked this. I saw
the consumption. I understand the question. The consumption rate on text plus image post, is basically decided whether people click on see more, yes or no. Because if they don't click on see more, it's an indication that they haven't seen your post, so they didn't consume your text. If you have a long text post, let's say 3,000 characters, the max, and people don't click on see more, you have like 95% of the text that has not been consumed. If you have a short text post, let's say 10 lines, and people don't click on see more, you still have the first 2 lines. So basically you have 10% or 20%. That's also why we see that the most successful text only or text image are shorter now. They're not longer, dwell time, they are shorter. That's basically because of the consumption rate. But the best signal for LinkedIn to see whether people consume your text-only post is if people click on see more, because obviously they cannot see how many lines you're actually reading.
Yes, and we won't spoil too much, but actually in the report you can find the algorithm indexes values on how to click see more, what is a comment like. I mean, there's a graduation of signals, and you can see what it takes to get the visibility and which triggers you should use to get into your visibility. Okay, so Richard, then ask me the question, if I read this 250 pages of yours, why should I come to Berlin to go into a workshop where we talk about social selling and thought leadership? And I put also Andrea on stage. Andrea, my sister in crime, regarding the 5th LinkedIn local that we will start. She will tell us about everything we started last year with you, Richard. I go back here. The workshop on business growth with LinkedIn. We saw the pic. Andrea, nice to have you here.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for having me.
And actually tell us a little bit about what we are planning. And Richard is thinking about the good question about 250 pages LinkedIn algorithm report versus doing it in a workshop. Andrea, what are we planning? Tell us.
Well, we will having once again our workshops with Richard in our in your workshop room in West End. This year about thought leadership and social selling. It will be really a deep dive into. So it's I remember the last year, it was so much input in for the one day. It was really amazing. And I'm not sure, is there any member from the last year today?
I don't know.
No, but it was so amazing. It was so much input. And this year we are planning 2 days to different topics. And I think it will be amazing again. And I'm looking forward to it.
And you are having some in the afternoon, some part. Do you want to adjust or tell us what you are?
Yeah, of course. On the Thursday, it's a topic of thought leadership. I will show a method that helps you really put yourself in your audience shoes and understand what's going on in the world. We will look at the difference between perceived and actual needs, and this is a very important difference, I guess. We explore the challenges and problems they have facing, and also identify the desires and hopes and goals. So once you got that clarity, you can you have the perfect foundation to create content that truly resonates and with your audience, and you can offer genuine, relevant value.
Okay.
So this is my part at the first day.
Yes, we get high pressure content from Richard. He will tell us why it's so valuable afterwards, and I will get you together afterwards. If everyone's thinking, "Oh God, how should I get more ease?" You know, this is my topic: more ease to get into visibility. And I tell you, come in soon how to transfer it into the action. We have Lale. Lale is asking Abendveranstaltung. So yes, we have an Abendveranstaltung, an evening event. Andrea, what were you planning?
Well, we have our LinkedIn local Berlin again, the 5th. And yeah, we will have Richard as a special guest and a small talk with him. And then everybody will network again. So our Happy Connect the Unexpected. It's a really nice event every year. So yeah, We have some tickets left, but not so many. So if anybody is interested in, get some tickets.
Thank you, Andrea. So, Richard, tell us, what can we expect from you for thought leadership and social selling with all the 1,200 details in mind?
It's funny because it remembers me that a few years ago I went on an intake with a client. It was a small company, not really my target audience, but it was local. So I thought, a client next door, that's good. So I went to the director, and he surprised me because his intern had printed my last 80 posts on LinkedIn. And people who follow me know I share a lot. I share a lot of insights. And he literally placed those printed posts on the table. And he said, Richard, if we would print everything you share with us, and I would say to my intern, do everything Richard said, why would I pay you to come and train our company? And I said, I have no idea. If you have the time and the trust that an intern can implement this knowledge in the same way like how I can guide you, then, spare yourself the investment, let's have a coffee and say goodbye. And that was actually the first time that it was so literally. And I have a quote that I use a lot when we discuss content strategy, because in some industries, people still feel a bit reluctant to share a lot of their knowledge because they think, hey, that's why people need to pay me instead of giving it away for free. And I have a very strong belief about this, and that is that we live in 2025, okay? Especially now with the rise of AI and perplexity and blah, blah, blah. People don't pay anymore for knowledge. That's not what they pay for. They pay for you to guide them in the implementation of the knowledge in the most efficient and successful way. That's why people pay you, okay? So here we have the 250 pages, go ahead, good luck with that. Or here we have the workshop where Richard and team try to guide you when it comes to, for example, thought leadership, to make sure that, first of all, you understand what is thought leadership and what will it bring me, but also what is the commitment I need to have to be seen as a thought leader, because not everyone who wants to be a thought leader can be a thought leader on LinkedIn. I mean, it really requires some effort. It requires effort on the way how you brand yourself. So we are also going to discuss about not only your LinkedIn profile, but also how do you want to be seen by your clients, okay? If somebody mentions your name, what needs to be the first thing that they mention after mentioning your name? We are going to discuss how to build authority. Authority on LinkedIn you can build via your profile, via your content, and via your discussions, one-on-one messages. That's how you build authority. So we also will have a look at the content strategy. I'm not going to create a complete content strategy, but I'm going to give you the ingredients that you need for what are the pillars that I need, content pillars, what are the formats that are the most suitable for my own goals, what is the frequency, and what is going to be my content creation process. And in the end, I will also help you, because that's an important part. How do you convert? So if you have optimized your profile, if you have optimized your content strategy, if you engage in discussions, how do you get people so far to meet you in one-on-one conversation and to convert to whatever it is that you're offering them? So that's all what we're going to do. I think it's Thursday morning, no? On Thought Leadership.
Yes, Thursday, May 22nd.
Yeah, the day after gin tonic, because I forgot my
gin tonic open.
I forgot my gin tonic last year. So this year also, my partner is coming. So, I need to behave a bit, but gin tonic it is. On the LinkedIn Local Live.
Great promise, Andrea. We take it for granted.
Yeah.
So thank you. And so we close this as, it was a little, invitation for LinkedIn Locals. I have, Andrea, what you don't see like now, we have Adrian who says LinkedIn Local, go, go, go. They do it in Munich. greetings to Munich. And we have Bianca, yes, LinkedIn Local Cologne. Yeah, we're kind of a cool crowd. And Andreas, hi, nice to meet you. Schön, euch drei in einem Live zu sehen. Yes, I think this is true. Dreams come true. Okay, so Richard, first of all, Andrea, thank you, and I put you backstage, and we start the decline of this. Where I have to go there. So, Richard, I picked some points in our improv game that attracted me, that I thought they are important. But if you think about the report, what surprised you the most, or as you studied it, is there something where you said, well, this is unbelievable?
Well, there are a lot of things that surprised me, a lot of small things, and it's impossible, not only for me, but for everyone to adapt, and that's also not what I'm asking the people to do or what I would advise people to do. It doesn't make sense to change your whole content strategy or presence on LinkedIn based on numbers that next year, again, can be different. I think what a report shows, especially throughout the years, is that we need to adapt. Okay, we need to be adaptable to change, like Darwin said. Okay, we need to be ready for, if LinkedIn says video is what will give you reach, at least think, how does video fit in my content strategy? Instead of saying, no, I'm not a video guy, I'm not going to do video, because that could mean that you get less visibility. Or if we see, for example, that comments are now really a massive tactic to get you in front of a new audience, then I think you cannot tell yourself, yeah, but I'm not a commenting guy, or I'm not a commenting, I don't like, no, you need to bring yourself out of your comfort zone and adapt to the new trends, okay, without losing your authenticity. So adaptability is one of the things. Second, reciprocity. That's very important. Okay, if you post in goes, if you only use LinkedIn, if you need it, I have a new post, I have a new workshop, let's put it on LinkedIn. But I don't care about engaging or helping other people to grow. LinkedIn will not give you the same reach as if you are also playing a part in the ecosystem. So reciprocity, and that's also the foundation of networking. No, it's not only getting, it's also giving. So that's more and more important on LinkedIn. And the third one, stop focusing on reach. Reach is important, but the most important KPI is conversations/conversions, okay? And it's a step, because without reach, you don't get engagement. Without engagement, you don't get conversations. But I personally, and no, we haven't discussed it in the beginning. So my reach is around 40% of what it was 18 months ago. 40.
A drop to 50%, what we're seeing all about.
Yeah. For me, even more. My engagement is on the same level. So I get less reach, but I still have the same comments, likes, and more importantly, incoming direct messages, incoming requests for my services. So stop
profile
focusing
views.
on exactly. It's all the same. So that means there's more relevance, okay? And in the end, I think it's better. So stop worrying about reach. If somebody says, I have 80,000 views, maybe he had luck, maybe he's using a bot, maybe there's no conversion. Focus on conversations and conversion. That's the third thing I personally got from the algorithm report.
Cool. So this is kind of a 3-point assumption. I ask in the community, leftovers, anyone? I highly recommend to go for the algorithm report, to do your own deep dive. And thank you, Richard, for all the thoughts about why should I go for a workshop. I mean, I wrote a book about new networking, and people book me as a trainer for exactly that guidance. Yes, this is how we work. It will be a cool gathering here. I say hello to everyone who also checked in for May 22nd and 23rd. Well, all my questions, I mean, a few of them I can ask you in the tribe as well. But my questions are fine. I'm fine with our talk, Richard. Thanks a lot for being here, because I have another banner coming up. Last chance from the audience, but they are fine with it as well. And I once again, I switched to German. Excuse me for that, but Liebesteam Sichtbarkeit. Ja, das war also der Podcast und das Live mit Richard hier. Hoffentlich nimmst du viele Inspirationen mit für deine persönliche Sichtbarkeit, für dich mit, damit du ins Tun kommst und in die Umsetzung. Wenn du keine Folge verpassen willst, also vernetzt sind wir hier bei LinkedIn ja sowieso, vernetz dich gerne. Liebe Leute, die hier neu sind, ich habe gesehen, es sind einige noch nicht vernetzt, also lasst uns hier vernetzen, meldet euch. Und wenn du das jetzt im Podcast hörst, bei Apple oder Spotify, da gibt es auch so eine Glocke wie bei LinkedIn, wo du mir folgen kannst. Und ich weiß, Richard, du verstehst es ja. Oh, das ist ja hier sogar falsch rum. Ja, you can read my thank you.
Danke. Danke.
And yes, we will see each other in the tribe, and we will see each other at the LinkedIn local, in the workshops, in the tribe. My gosh. When I was preparing, I thought, well, it's kind of a Richard van der Blom festival month.
That's very good, Katrin. That's
and then it's summertime.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here. And so I will give us the outro. And thanks everyone in the comments. Thank you. Look, there I have some people run. Added value is unbeatable. Off to Berlin. Yes, Bianca. Thank you. There's some thank yous from Adriane as well. And I saw something like unique and valuable moments here. Please write me who you are. Thank you for that compliment. Sometimes it's just LinkedIn user and I don't know why. And there's always the interesting comments. So thanks for that. And yes,
it's Oliver ter Heggen. Oliver.
Oh, okay. Thank you. We have a great community of the Corporate Influencer Forum von Petra Bernhard, and we are interacting a lot. And it's great to have you, Oliver. Now I know who you are. And yeah. Thanks for the comments now, for the thank you. And I go for the outro right now. Best from Berlin. Where's the outro? Here's the outro.